Howdy folks, EpicPig68 here with another Iceberg video. The last one seemed to have performed a bit better than my other videos. Anywho, I thought I'd make another one. This one is, as the title suggests, it's about rappers. I've spent over a decade researching these rappers, so I hope you folks find this video interesting and helpful. That's enough yap though, let's skinny dip into it.
Number 15, Burger King foot lettuce.
Slim Dicky, Jackson Inhale Geoff, nicknamed Jack Ingoff, or Slim Dicky, is an American rapper who grew up in Presetto Heights. He started rapping at the very old age of 7, where he rapped about how hard it is to live in the hood. He made many other raps about how he made a lot of money selling firearms and drugs in the hood. Due to these raps, the FBI and ATF raided his home multiple times but found nothing. When Slim Dicky turned 21, he moved out of the hood and decided to go to Salty Springs. When he was there, he garnered a cult following and became the most popular rapper known to man. After the destruction of Salty Springs throughout the multiple season events, he now resides in Pleasant Plaza. Lil Downey. Lil Downey was a Canadian rapper in the early 2000s. He made songs about his life with Down syndrome and marriage issues. For example, on his album, Mind Be Down, Money Be Up, in one of his songs he raps about how he misses his ex-wife. Another thing he rapped about was support for current global issues. An example of this is in the same album, where he has a song named Down with Ukraine. Not much else is known about his early life, but we do know is he may have started rapping because of his inspiration from the artist Currency Sniffa. When he started his career, he would eventually promote around his high school to gain a small following. Eventually, when Lil Downey graduated from high school, he became a full-time rapper and gained worldwide attention. After 15 years in the business, he moved to Finland with his family and settled down in the small town of Pirashiv. After a few years of living there, his wife left him, and what ensued was a massive scandal where Lil Downey was caught manufacturing illegal sugar wine known as kaiju in his garage. He was imprisoned for 10 years, and when he got out, he made 924 songs about prison life and how he was set up. Lil Downey then quickly fell off after his release. After another 8 years, he was found dead in a vehicle collision. It was reported that he had a BA level of 0.892, and a local drunk came out and said that he was sold kaiju from Lil Downey an hour before the vehicle was discovered. Biggie Cheese. Biggie Cheese, real name Chester LaCroix Cheese, that sprung up from popularity in their hit role as himself in popular movie Barnyard, which takes place in 1930s Nazi Germany. His role was a rapper that protested against Nazi powers and eventually drove Hitler into suicide. For his role in Barnyard, he won 13 Oscars, 34 Emmys, and 2,342 Whoppers. After 10 years of making hit songs like Mr. Bombastic, he made multiple enemies. In 2006, the DEA, FBI, and ATF raided Biggie's house. He was shot 18 million times during their raid, and to this day people still look up to Biggie Cheese as an idol, inspiration, great singer-songwriter. He will be missed by many.
Number 15,
Whopper, 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 Junior, Double, Triple, Whopper.
This section contains the most popular artists, but are just less known to the population. Lil Queeftard.
크레이그 헌터번거.
More commonly known as Lil Queeftard, is a North Korean rap star who was chosen from the DPRK to represent North Korean rap scene. The origin of Lil Queeftard's name is unknown, but is believed to be picked to make fun of American rappers. Lil Queeftard usually raps about how life in the DPRK is not portrayed in Western media and how powerful their military is. Not much else is known about him due to where he lives. Money Shoes. Joe Schmo is a rapper who became popular on the small platform called TikTok. His claim to fame was a video where he built shoes out of multiple units of the national currency, also known as money. In another video, he went around the streets of London with the shoes and rapped his first song, Money on My Toes. The song quickly blew up and he adopted the name Money Shoes. He created multiple songs after Money on My Toes, which all blew up. And Money Shoes became top charts in all of Europe. 5 days after breaking the charts, Money Shoes was found dead in an alleyway with 1,094 stab wounds. The motive still isn't clear why, but it's believed to be because of its success. 4 roadmen were connected to the murder were arrested by law enforcement within the month. They're all facing 20 years in prison. Money Shoes will be missed by many. Currency Sniffa. Currency Sniffa, real name Johnny F.K., is an American rapper who grew up in the hood known as Pleasant Park. He grew to fame after making a hit song, I Miss Her, where he sang about how much he misses his ex-wife/sister. After 294 hours of the song being posted, it broke 5 views, and when he discovered this, he decided to make more songs in his life. In Sniffin' to Currency, he talks about how much he went on a robbing spree in Retail Row. When law enforcement found this out due to this song's success, Johnny FK was arrested and sent to a prison west of Moisty Mire. After the meteor strike, he was able to break free from prison and has been on the run since. John Moongoon. John Moongoon, real name John Gooninson, was a member of the Goonie community. He is considered an OG, or original Gooner, in the Goon state. He made many rap songs about gooning and became extremely popular. His songs made many people believe in the Goon state, and John Moongoon made a separate group of Gooners called Moongooners. He made this because he had a deep connection with the native population and they taught him their gooning ways. To Moongoon, you will need to do the following. You must go out on a full moon, meet Eagle Eye the Navajo, blow the head off of a buffalo, lick a horny toad from top to bottom, skin an elk, hang the elk's guts in a tree, take peyote, and start gooning. Once you moongoon, you're expected to moongoon for at least a full year after. He's been part of the gooning community for many decades, but that all fell apart in a scandal. I'll touch more on the scandal later on in this video. Philip Shoebuckle. Philip Shoebuckle, real name Philip Shoebuckle, was a Canadian rapper who grew up in Saskatchewan. He was born and raised in Saskatchewan, but fled due to his war on ants. He moved into the city of Ontario, Alberta, Canada, and started making some songs about his life in Saskatchewan. He started taking his raps more seriously when the Saskatchewanian people heard about his departure and him exposing the Saskatchewan people, they sent a hit squad of one guy to silence him. When Philip Shoebuckle was walking down the street, the hit squad attacked him and killed him with a wheat rod and multiple bread chunk-filled eggs. The hitmen were dragged down the street after the event transpired, and the corpse was disposed in an oil pond. Philip Shoebuckle's funeral was attended by 10 million people. His raps continued to garner views and likes. Edgar. When the edging community first began, they needed someone to advertise their ways. Lucky for them, a member named Edgar Flomdor was thinking of making a rap career. Edgar, adopting the name Edgar Edger, started rapping about the edging ways and also touched topics such as how gooning was worse than edging. Despite many threats from the Goon state, he kept rapping and ended up getting caught in a trap disguised as an edging meetup. He was executed for displaying his beliefs and not listening to the Goon state. To this day, many edgers mourn the death and edge to his raps. Slim P7. Slim P7, a popular German rapper who was born in Germany. He got his name for the love of the HKMP7 and his skinniness. Barnbash Roder, Slim P7's real name, started his rap career like many others. Big. His first rap was about how much he loved drinking beer, while he performed this rap on an open mic night in a packed bar in 2013. When he was told that he should make his career, he made it after his name and made a SoundCloud, where his raps became more popular, and he often rapped about his love for the HKMP7 and bullying in his life. 2016, he made a rap song for an HK advertisement that was very successful in both his career and HK sales. To this day, he's become a very popular icon in Germany, and now he resorts into hamburger and still rapping. Biggie Gayhose. Biggie Gayhose is an American rapper who was born in Kentucky. His real name is Stotonia Stodington, and he grew up on a farm. In his early life, he bred and grew chickens for the Chicken Man, most commonly known as Colonel Sanders. When Stotonius found out about rap, he decided to give it a try and picked the name Biggie Gayhose because he was big, fat, happy, and loved the gardening tool. He started rapping about his chicken life. After 5 songs, he started growing in popularity around the state of Kentucky and became an icon for them. In one instance, he sang the American anthem for the Kentucky Wildcats baseball team. To this day, he represents the state of Kentucky proudly. Lord Pooh Sniffa. Lord Pooh Sniffa was a communist rap star who was born shortly after World War II. He was fed communist propaganda from a young age, along with rap. When Pooh Sniffa, or Alexander Chernobog, was 17, he started rapping about the great communist life. He quickly raised to the top rapper of the USSR and was deployed in Vietnam to help destroying the anti-communist efforts. When he was deployed, he met an American rapper who was known as Lil Fart Jar. Lil Fart Jar and Lord Pooh Sniffa quickly became the face of the Cold War rap scene as they got into frequent rap battles. After the defeat of the Allied forces in Vietnam, Lord Pusnefa went back to the USSR and continued his rap career until the fall of the USSR in 1991. Shortly after the collapse of the USSR, Lord Pusnefa ended his life as he felt like he failed the communists. Many communists still look up to him to this day.
But I've been Chicago, I've been married long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Lil Fart Jar. Lil Fart Jar was a rapper who had sprung up in popularity in 1923. He was rather unknown in the rap world, but became popular when he started singing and entertaining people during the Great Depression. He was once quoted as saying, "The people must find light in the dark, but what do they know? Dumbasses." Despite him saying this, he continued to garner support from the public as he was entertaining an entire population for little to no reward. In 1942, Lil Fart Jar joined the American Army in World War II and went around bases rapping about how Nazi Germany was cringe to boost Ally morale. This worked greatly and turned the tide of the war. Some say without Lil Fart Jar, the war would have gone on for longer. After World War II, he retired for a bit, living a nice and humble life, but he still had a passion for rap. When the Cold War came around, Lil Fart Jar was said to have jumped up from his reclining chair, according to his family. After much convincing, he flew to Vietnam to eradicate communists from the NVA. Sadly, his attempts did not work, and he got into a war with communist rapper Lord Pusnefa. I will elaborate on this further in the video. Tragically, Lil Fart Jar died during the U.S. occupation of North Vietnam. He was 69 years old. He will be missed by many. Lord Roosta. Lord Roosta grew up in the small town of Paris, France. He lived on the outskirts of Paris and was raised with chickens as pets. His family was poor and relied on chickens and whatever else they can get their hands on. Lord Roosta was always interested in the art of rap and started performing on the streets to gain some extra income. In one instance, he was rapping about how much he hates the French government during a riot. This got his family a good amount of money and support, but sadly it ended in tragedy. Lord Roosta, at age 17 years old, was killed by a fire caused by French protesters. Young Nutshot. Young Nutshot, born in Waco, Texas, was a Christian rapper who joined the Branch Davidian Church in 1984. Young Nutshot's real name was Hole on Them Titties and joined the church due to him believing what the Davidians did. He also liked the people and enjoyed the open door policy. He would go into town and often rap about his Christianity along with life as a Davidian and other parts of his overall life. He was unknown about his early life and why he chose the name, but that did not deter people from supporting him. He continued doing his raps in the public until 1993, when the ATF started a raid of Waco. Many people said that he tried to boost morale with his raps, but tragically died when the Mount Carmel compound was burned down. John Moongoon Scandal. 2015, John Moongoon was caught edging Edgar Edger. Many people from the Gooner community immediately boycotted and canceled John. To this day, John has not been seen in public or online.
I swear to fucking God, I'm gonna. Yo, everybody type in the chat, Alex is a stupid.
Lord Pusnefa Lil Fart Jar War. As you may recall, I briefly talked about the war between these two. This entry will elaborate further on this. On the final day of the battle, Lil Fart Jar, already fatigued from the heat of war and age, tragically died from the fire that Lord Pusnefa spat. Lord Pusnefa was only 17 years old when he joined the war, and was stronger, and had more endurance than Lil Fart Jar. To this day, not many people know about this, as it was covered up by the U.S. occupation of Vietnam. To this day, it is also considered the deadliest part of the Cold War, because of the casualties that the rap war caused. Slim P7 and HK collab. Slim P7 was a part of a collaboration with HK. There was a limited edition variant of the HK MP7. This was very limited, being sold for just a month, and it was exclusive to the Middle East, USA, Germany. Only 50 of these MP7s were made, and to this day, these MP7s sell for thousands of dollars. Joe Biden's rap career. In 1793, now President Joe Biden was starting to rise in popularity for his songs and tales. He started off small, singing in town squares and markets. He did this until 1823 when he discovered the music genre of rap. Joe Biden went by the stage name Lil Hair Sniffa and made multiple songs about things such as life in the hood, known as I Like Alacombre Avenue, sniffing minors' hair, and his love for racism. In 1957, he decided to retire his rap career and dive into other avenues of work. Many people theorize that the rise of Lil Fart Jar discouraged Biden from making more songs. Sadly, many of his songs have not been rediscovered, so I cannot play them and show you folks them. Slim Dicky Cult. It is believed that the rapper Slim Dicky has a real cult and entire language. The rumor goes that Slim Dicky's followers gather around a circle that has Slim Dicky's profile pictures, surrounded by candles, and chant Slim the Knees. It has been said that they do this in a secret chamber in ruined reels every Friday night for 6 hours. Why they do this isn't exactly clear, but some sources claim it's to haunt and torment the haters of Slim Dicky. Lil Downey Lil Queeftard War. 2014, Lil Downey was attacked on radio stations around South Asia by Lil Queeftard. Lil Queeftard, presumably seeing the success of Lil Downey, launched an unprovoked hate attack. This resulted in Lil Downey and his fans attacking East Asia's radio stations and Lil Queeftard for months on end. This resulted in the DPRK in China sending military units to local radio stations. On the first day of this attack, 10 soldiers were killed, approximately 100 million fans were killed. The East Asian media covered this up as much as possible, but news slipped through the cracks during the 398-day war. The total casualties were 2,000 soldiers and 1.1 trillion fans. To this day, this event is known for the most deadly war known to man and won't be projected to happen for another 2 million decades. Epic Pig 68's rap career. Do not research. If you say so. I hope you folks enjoyed this video. It took me 15 years to research all of these entries, even with 47 Harvard professionals. I'd also like to thank anyone who subscribed and watched my videos. I'd also like to thank everyone who has helped me make the content and who has appeared in my content. That's enough yapping though. I guess the video has to end at some point. Smell you folks later.
Oink oink. Oink 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 oink. I'm the best piggy. Oink 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 oink. Best piggy in the town. Oink 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 oink. Piggy piggy. Oink.